Welcome back to Nyeri, where tonight we are in the heart of central Kenya. I'm going to go straight to the audience and take the first couple of questions. Go ahead, please, with the microphone. Yes, go ahead.
Jina langu ni Joseph Waweru. Issue yangu national issue kuhusu ukosefu wa kazi. Naona ya kwamba siku hizi sheria ilipitishwa ya kwamba mtu akifikisha miaka 55 anaongezwa wengine 5 inakuja 60. Na hiyo ndio inaleta ukosefu wa kazi, sababu kama watu 10 wameretire na vijana ambao wako na wameremika wanatosha kujaza hiyo nafasi, alafu hiyo mtu aende apumzike nyumbani akule ile mali salama. Na sijui serikali iko na mikakati gani ya kuona ya kwamba ile miaka 55 imerudishwa, ndio vijana wale wanakaa nyumbani idle wao wamepata kazi, na tutakuwa tumepunguza ukosefu wa kazi katika nchi yetu. Asante.
All right, thank you. The next comment, go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead at the back.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Carol. I want to talk about land inheritance. Okay, in Kikuyu tradition, women cannot inherit land, and then that has caused many deaths due to disputes involving land in mostly it is very high in Central Province. So my question is, how is the government addressing that issue in the draft? Second, I want to address the issue on corruption about recruitment of job vacancies in Central Province. We as the youth, we've studied, we've learned, but then the problem is, the many times you try to apply for job vacancies, you can't get because it goes for who knows who and for what you have. So how is the government addressing that issue? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, go ahead, please.
I'm Wageshi Jeve. My question is, here in Central Province, we depend on farming. And we get coffee and tea. But we don't get the payments the way we should get. How is the government helping us, or the Constitution going to help us to get the payments in time?
All right, thank you. Go ahead. There's another comment there. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Joe Karoga. I want to talk about education. You find that the Kenyan education system today is mostly geared towards attaining high grades. It is simply grades-based. So it's kind of like we assume all of us are equally endowed. So you find that those who have particular gifts and cannot make the grade to enter into tertiary educations are left by the wayside and they cannot access that education. So I was wondering if the government had any policies to that effect, because you find the closest they have come is the Centers of Excellence idea, which was to be implemented by MPs. And since the accountability systems either do not work, or maybe the government doesn't care, the money just got lost somewhere between Nairobi and going to the centers where it's supposed to be. Thank you.
All right, we'll take another comment from the lady here.
Habari zenyu. Kwa majina naitwa Rehema Uledi, na nina swali kuhusu Waislamu. Tuna uhakika upi kwamba hii katiba ikipita tutaelektiwa kwa hizo space zote tumepatiwa kwa katiba?
All right, thank you. Laibuta, that question for you on representation from the lady from the Muslim community.
Kumjibu tu kwa kifupi ni kwamba mambo ya uwakilishaji ibagui kwa mambo ya jinsia, ibagui kwamba we uko katika dini gani, lakini kile inasema ni kwamba wewe ukitaka kuchaguliwa kwa kiti chochote hupasi kubaguliwa kwa sababu wewe ni mzee, wewe ni kijana, ama wewe ni dini ya Kiislamu ama dini nyingine yoyote.
All right, Paul, the question of what is the government doing? What is the government doing is what is coming out of the audience. We are talking about decentralizing services here. In terms of decentralizing services, and the lady asked about late payment of coffee, for instance. How is that addressed?
One of the problems that have been there is that we always look at a central government that does everything. And this central government has to address the issues of everybody in every region. With devolution, a lot of these problems will be sorted out, because now we will have our own local representatives, we will have our own senator, we will have our own MPs. The devolved government is going to take up a lot of the responsibilities that we are worried about now, and we'll be able to cater for the very, very specific problems that we have. For instance, when it comes to the issues of agriculture, there will be responsibilities that the county government will have to handle in respect of agriculture. So the things that are national are left to the national government. But there are things that are very localized and very localized concerns. And we shall have somebody with us here, a government of our own, that will have to deal with all these localized problems.
All right, Dr. Nyokabi, a question has come up on land inheritance, one, and second, the whole issue of equitability in terms of accessing employment. I mean, it is all about who you know in the current system, according to some members of the audience here.
Okay. Thank you again. On women and land, if you look at Article 60, that provides for elimination of gender discrimination. I think that's very important, that women now constitutionally can inherit land. So the Constitution overrules that culture, that tradition that women cannot inherit land. So that is taken care of in the draft. On youth and employment and who you know, I think that gentleman there who asked about if you don't have a degree, can you get a job? I think, again, the county governments have the provision to provide for polytechnics and sort of craft training. And again, as I said earlier, with more money going into the counties, the hope is that with more economic activity and more industries coming up in the counties, then the youth, even if they do not have degrees in the short term, they can have jobs. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a few more questions. Who's got the mic? Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. My name is David Ngige. I have two quick comments. One, I'm very concerned about the high capacity of think tanks in central Kenya that gravitate towards each other during elections. Yet, after that, they just disintegrate, and the grassroots wananchi would like them to continue like 2-3 years, adding value and also empowering and spurring economic growth in the mashinani. The second point is about youth. We lack strong youth lobbies. If we had strong youth lobbies, this is what we want enacted as legislation. One, 1/3 of all government contracts, including CDF, municipalities, government ministries, including works and defense contracts. That is about 200 billion. 1/3 of that should go to the youth. The second point, the disbursement of the youth fund right now should go a lower tier to the youth banks and the youth circles. Now we should leave alone the banks and now go lower, so that the youth are capacitated to create their own banks, so that they enjoy the 3% that the government is giving them and make 8% when they're lending. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comment. Yes, go
Thank
ahead,
you very
please.
much. My name is Alfred, proud to be Kenyan. Mine is a comment and a brief one. We are at the crossroads, and this is a right moment for us as Kenyans to make the right decision and to honor those people who have died and sacrificed for their lives. This is the only time we can give Kenya what it needs. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Go ahead, please.
Asante. Naitwa Joroge kutoka Kiganjo. Mimi nataka kuongea juu ya vijana na umaskini. Manake kama mimi nikifikisha umri wa miaka 18 ninapewa kitambulisho. Kwa nini askari ananiharas na hiyo kitambulisho na serikali haitabui hiyo kitambulisho nipeleke kwa bank, nipewe pesa, nifanye kazi na nisipolipa nishikwe. Jambo la pili, mimi naishi mashinani. Tunaongea juu ya youths ambao wako hapa town centers ambao wanajua mambo ya banking na nini. Lakini ukienda huko mashinani kuna wale vijana amefikisha umri wa miaka sijui 20, kahawa ni ya baba yake, majani ni ya baba yake, akifanya kazi kwa hiyo shamba kukamua ng'ombe, baba yake hamlipi, na kama akitoka akikuja town babake anaajiri mfanyikazi na analipa. I just want to ask that question. Sisi kama vijana ni vipi tunaweza compel hawa wazee, they are our fathers, watuchukue kama wafanyikazi na watulipe kila mwisho wa mwezi? Asante.
Laibuta.
I have no idea.